Because it's a new virus, it means that we haven't got enough information about what it does and how it behaves to be able to say very clearly all the time exactly what it's going to do. Although the good news is we're learning very quickly because, as you say, the scientists around the world are working incredibly hard and incredibly quickly. And most excitingly, together, really openly, sharing all the information. So within a couple of weeks of knowing we had this virus in the human population, it had been identified and the genome had been described, and that was shared with all the scientists around the world. That's why we now have a test. And as you say, the next big job is to develop a vaccine. With flu, you tend to get extreme exhaustion right away. With the novel coronavirus, the most common symptom is fever. Some people get muscle aches, like you get with flu. Some people get exhaustion. The next thing that you get a lot with this illness is a dry cough. You can see that in flu, but this is one of the most common symptoms with the novel coronavirus. A dry cough is when you're coughing, but you're not bringing anything up. So, whereas with a cold or something, you might be bringing a bit juicier cough. And then the next stage, and again, this is usually in the more severe cases, you will get breathlessness. You will really struggle to breathe as you try to walk around. And that's when, if you haven't already gone to hospital, that's when you really need to go to hospital. And if you did an X-ray at that stage, you would see a very clear type of pneumonia, very characteristic pneumonia that a doctor with any experience of this virus will recognize right away. So, and that's different from flu. The chest X-ray looks very different from what you would see in flu. So for a normal person, it's difficult to tell the difference. From the epidemiological point of view, it doesn't spread as rapidly as flu, although it is quite contagious. It does seem to be killing more people than the flu did. So that's another reason we're very concerned. First of all, don't panic, because when you panic, you make bad decisions. It is understandable that people are frightened. It's a new virus. Anything new makes people concerned, especially when we can't give you all the answers. We can't give you all the answers because the science hasn't established those answers yet. However, the answers are in your hands. Keep them spotless. You can protect yourself and your family very, very simply by insisting that your hands are well washed. Wash them for more than 20 seconds. That's twice Happy Birthday or any other. I'm sure you've got much better songs in Turkey. And do it properly, back, front, between the fingers, wash the thumbs. Do it as regularly as you can. When you're out and about, use a hand sanitizer. The other thing that works is keeping people separate when you're out. Don't go into crowded areas. Try to avoid crowded transport. Think of ways to avoid being this far apart, avoid being this close to others, because this is the distance the virus can spread. One thing I didn't mention when we were talking about how to protect yourself is go to reliable sources. You can come to our website. Very often we've got great partners in the media like yourselves who also provide excellent information. Go to your health department. Go, and the wonderful thing about modern life is we are so well connected. On social media, we've got very negative information, but we've also got excellent sources of accurate information. So go to those sources, get knowledged up, protect yourself, and protect others.